What's up, guys? Today I want to discuss how the Sabbath helped me quit weed. And I'm not here to try to convert anybody or by the way, if you're new here, my name is Chaz. This is Charlie. But I'm not here to convert anybody. I'm not here to promote any type of religious preference. I'm just sharing my journey and on how my spiritual journey coincided with my journey of quitting marijuana. So, again, the Sabbath helped me quit weed. So you say, oh, what is the Sabbath? In the Bible, just making it simple, we have the 10 Commandments. The fourth commandment is to honor the Sabbath, and it is the seventh day. Of course, Christianity has converted today to Sunday, which Sunday is not the seventh day. Sunday is the first day. It has never in Scripture been ordained that Sunday has taken the place of the Sabbath, which is the seventh day, which is Saturday. And okay, so and the Sabbath is much more than just going to church. It's a day of rest. You cease from work. You cease from house chores. You cease from buying, from selling, from doing your own worldly pleasures. So it's a day to just relax, ease your mind, ease your soul, get closer to God. So about 7 years ago, when I actually decided to start observing the Sabbath, I chose, of course, to rest the seventh day, and I chose to not smoke weed on that day. And again, I am a firm believer of, not a firm believer, but in my personal journey, it was easy for me to quit weed by slowly taking it out of my life, smoking less and less. So when I finally actually make the decision to stop, it was much easier because I got used to not smoking every day, all day. So Charlie is killing me. He's probably, I'm just waiting for him to actually poop so I don't want him to mess me up. But anyway, okay, so when I first started the Sabbath, it took a lot to get used to. It was hard to just sit down and not do anything. Again, like Sunday church is you go to church for an hour, you go out to eat, and you still pretty much do everything you do every other day of the week. It's not an actual rest. But for our bodies to actually take a rest from work, from doing our daily chores, not being concerned with the dishes, with cleaning up, but just resting, that actually took work for me to get used to. And of course I figured, if I'm resting from my worldly desires, smoking weed should definitely be one of them. Now, I don't believe in pseudo spirituality where God just spoke to me and said, "Oh, Chaz, quit smoking weed," and I just put it down one day and never looked back. With true biblical principles and concepts, there is a practical application to it. So I do think God played definitely a hand in me quitting weed, but it started with simply me observing the Shabbat, the Sabbath, which I just simply did not smoke on Saturday. And that was a lot, 7 or 8 years ago, me doing that, not smoking for one day, that was a pretty hard feat. But actually, it wasn't hard. It actually allowed me to realize, okay, I could go a whole day without smoking and be okay. Oh, hold on, guys.
Do you think it's time for you to quit cannabis? Well, I encourage you to make that transition to a new life, free from the chains of weed addiction. It's up to you to make that change, but sometimes we may need a little guided help. So I created a 30-day guided journal to quit cannabis. This journal helps you go through a 30-day process to create a new life. I am a strong believer of people helping themselves, but without being told what to do like a child. But we do need to be steered in the right direction sometimes. Each day focuses on a thought or idea for that day and prompts you to write down your own thoughts and your own reasons. This will help you understand yourself and your addiction. By the end of the 30 days, you will see a clear path on how to create a new life of marijuana sobriety. If you need the motivation to take control like I did, please visit Amazon to purchase the 30-day guided journal to quit cannabis. Your future self will thank you.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Yeah, so I'm not going to sit here and act like, I read the Bible one day, realized I shouldn't smoke weed, and I immediately quit. No, I'm not going to sit here and be fake. It took me a while. Even with me reading the Bible every day, it took me years to actually quit smoking weed. And I did struggle with that, really contemplating, am I really on a real spiritual journey? Have I changed? Am I a new person? I feel new. I have new concepts. I changed a lot of areas in my life, but I still cannot quit smoking weed. But there still was a change and was a practical application with the Sabbath that allowed me to realize that I actually could go a complete day without smoking weed. So again, I do believe it's easier for us to give up weed if we slowly take it out of our life, inch by inch. And there are some people who can do cold turkey, and in a sense, it's all cold turkey because eventually you do have to just stop. You can say it's all cold turkey, but it was easier for me to go cold turkey by me having the mindset that I know for a fact I can't survive without getting high from day to day. I think cold turkey is just so more abrupt if you're used to smoking like every single day, all day, and it just stopped. The journey can be hard, and it's a lot easier for you to actually fall back into smoking again. So the Sabbath again allowed me to take that rest from everything in the world, including weed, and that gave me a realization that I could actually go without weed. And years into it, of course, I decided to go other days without weed. It went from not only the Sabbath, but I would go a Monday without weed and go Tuesday without weed. I would smoke maybe like once or twice during the week. But I think the Sabbath gave me the push, gave me the inspiration to know that I could slowly wean myself off of marijuana. So again, guys, this is not a spiritual conversion. I would like people to read the Bible, and I would like people to get a spiritual foundation. I do think it makes the journey a lot easier. Not in just this and anything in life. It makes life easier if you do have a spiritual foundation. Some people say, "Oh, I don't believe in man-made religion, yada yada." I don't believe in religion either. I do think religion itself is man-made. The Bible is not. But whatever more, I do think that a spiritual foundation helped me on my journey. And again, this is not a conversion, but I will say the application that it provided me to go a day without smoking. I challenge you to take a day and not smoke, to take a day and cease from weed and see where you are, see how your mind reacts to it, see how your body reacts to it, and you'll probably be pretty surprised with yourself. Then you say, okay, if I can go one day, I can go 2 days. If I go 2 days, I can go 3 days. If I go 3 days, I can go 4 days, and so on. So you know what? I don't have to smoke weed. I don't have to depend on weed. So, tell me what you guys think. Do you think that do you still rather just go cold turkey, go abruptly, or do you feel like starting with just not smoking for one day will prompt you to make consistent changes in your life to eventually you don't actually depend on weed at all anymore. Until next time, guys, like, subscribe, share. Most importantly, comment below. I would like to know what you think about this. Until next time, guys, remember we are all in this together.